Ruby Riot, NXT will be coming to Miami. Have you been to Miami? Have you been wrestled here before? Have you been down here visiting? Or is this your first time coming to Miami?
I believe it is my first time. I believe we've been close to Miami. I'm not sure if we've been exactly in Miami before, but I believe this is my first time really getting to see Miami itself.
And you're ready to go.
I'm so ready for it. I'm so ready.
Hey, Ruby, how did you get the name Ruby Riot? It's such a cool name.
Ruby Riot was very much inspired by my punk rock background. There is a song by Rancid that is inspired by a Ruby name. So very much so, Riot, obviously, when you think of punk rockers, mosh pits, riots, everything like that. So it was all very much inspired by my punk rock background.
And that, then, obviously, this will lead to the next question, but you mostly answered it. How much of Ruby Riot is you?
Oh, it's all of it. All of it. Everything you see is me. Every bit of it. It's just turned up a couple notches.
What inspired you to become a pro wrestler?
Well, I'm a little bit different than a lot of my peers. I was introduced to the world of independent wrestling before I was actually introduced to the world of professional wrestling when I was about 15 years old. My childhood best friend, her whole family adored it, and we used to go and watch her older brother do it, and the lights and the costumes, however kind of mediocre that they were because of the budget that they had, it was still very much something that I wanted to try and get into, and I actually chose to do when I was around 19 and start training, and then the moment I stepped into a professional wrestling ring, you couldn't get me out of it.
Ruby, where did you grow up, and what were you like as a kid, as a teenager?
Well, I grew up in a small town in Indiana, so nothing really ever happened there. I was kind of an introverted, awkward kid. I didn't really know how to socialize or make friends. I was just a little bit kind of a loner. But I was maybe a little weird, I would say. I don't know if I've really grown out of that very much, but I really wanted to really see what the world was like outside of these small towns in Indiana, and really and grow and branch out and see the world.
Did pro wrestling help you get you out of your shell, so to speak?
Very much so. Very much so. Instead of I'm trying to think of the word for it. Instead of really shunning my weird oddities or anything like that, professional wrestling really embraced my quirkiness and really helped me embrace myself and stay true to myself and accept myself and really bring out even more of these oddities that people seem to embrace, and it really helped me with my confidence and really make me the woman that I am today.
Being yourself and then being a little different too. Obviously in pro wrestling you're trying to stand out. Mm-hmm. Was this part of the factor that helped you get into WWE because you did stand out?
I'd like to think so. There isn't another female superstar on the roster that looks anything like me, that moves really anything like me, and I think that definitely helps me in the long run. And I'd like to think that will help me with the NXT universe as well, because it's something new and fresh and exciting and kind of out of the mold and the norm that they've seen prior to this.